From that, the National Assembly Education and Research Committee now wants the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, that's KICD, to issue clear guidelines to schools, teachers and parents on how assignments and homework should be handled and enhance effective curriculum delivery as contemplated in the competency-based curriculum, that's CBC. Speaking in Naivasha, after holding a consultative meeting with KICD, the committee further called upon KICD leadership to arrange for stakeholder engagement to help them understand the significant features of CBC. Shadrach Miti with those details.
In what looks like the government's determination to mend areas found to be in want in the implementation of the competency-based curriculum, the National Assembly Education and Research Committee has held a meeting with the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development to be updated on the progress of the ongoing rollout of the CBC and the challenges thereof. The meeting, which was held in Naivasha, saw the MPs endorse KICD's efforts in the ongoing CBC rollout and delivery. The Florence Mutua-led committee raised concerns over the negative reactions and narratives circulating in the media portraying CBC in bad light. They warned that unless urgently acted upon, the issues being raised by stakeholders risk derailing the gains made in the implementation of the CBC. The MPs directed KICD to scale up its response mechanism to positively influence public perception on the CBC and educate stakeholders to make them understand the outstanding features. KICD will also need to document all the issues and concerns from stakeholders, create appropriate interventions to remedy the situation, and establish sustainable strategies to change the narrative for the better. With many claiming that CBC discriminates against the poor, the Education Committee demanded that all issues being cited as likely to promote inequality be addressed to ensure the curriculum benefits all learners, including those in rural and marginalized areas. And for effective delivery of the curriculum, the government has been challenged to scale up teacher trainings to sharpen their skills in interpreting the CBC.
As we prepare for the CBC at secondary level, this is the time the secondary sector should be interacting with the curriculum design at secondary level, particularly junior level, so that the teachers can start looking at those designs, interrogate them, where they feel adjustments should be done. This is the time, rather than waiting until the implementation stage. Then we meet the designs, we start criticizing, we start doing what, and then the whole thing appears that it is in shambles, just because we are late. I want to call upon KICD. Let us see those designs for junior secondary now.
Other recommendations touched on the need for adequate funding. The communication by the National Assembly's Education Committee follows persistent complaints by parents and guardians over the burden and demands placed on them by the CBC. Shadrach Miti, KT News.
And still in the education sector, the rollout of the Kenyan competency-based curriculum, that CBC, was seen as untapped gold with full potential of developing skills and knowledge and also applying those competencies to real-life situations among learners. But Kenyans on social media are not taking it lightly and are using all means at their disposal to voice their frustration with that system. Now, this week, parents, teachers, and other stakeholders in the education sector took to social media platforms to tell the whole world how the CBC is costing them peaceful nights. Here is a sample of some of those posts done online. Still trending.